Wait, did you get the professional one?
Good, man. What's good? How you doing?
Talk to me nice. We back for another episode. Get your popcorn ready. Bring some chicken to the church. A little bit of collard greens. We gonna take a little bit of communion. I said communion. You ain't ready.
You wild, man. You wild, man. Listen, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. This is Look at the Mirror, the conversation. I'm one of your co-hosts, Quay Price. We got other co-hosts, King Jaquil Martin. Tell him something good. Tell him something good real quick, man. What's going on out there, man?
Let me tell you some good news. Black folks like watermelon and chicken. Nah. Good news. Good news. I just got into another film festival, bro. We just got selected into the new, I think it's called the New New Filmmakers of LA Film Festival. And we might have a possible chance at distribution for One Feeling Grounds, bro. You feel me? So things are happening. And then motivational speaking is taking off, man. You know, the Clubhouse app is fire. So shout out to the Clubhouse family that's doing big things, you know what I mean? And yo, we're gonna have a surprise guest on the show today. And tomorrow we're gonna be doing our first live book signing, bro. It's gonna be crazy, you know what I mean? So, you know, things is happening.
For sure. And let's say shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Let's say once again, this is Look in the Mirror. We do this show every Thursday night just to, you know, talk about some topics that affect the community and ways to change our trajectory, to add value to our situations. Like I said, and in this instance, you know, we're gonna, you know, bring on a special guest tonight to, you know, once again to spread the word, to you know, kind of increase the exposure, and just, you know, once again help change our trajectory as a whole. So yeah, definitely, you know, we appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Listen, if you're joining us down in the comments, drop us a little comment. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're, you know, representing from or where you know, coming in from. And like I said, once again, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah, man, it's going. We got a doozy, man. Today's topic is actually kind of crazy, and so you know, I was in these Clubhouse streets just having conversations, and I felt like God gave me this thing, right? And for today's topic show, hey, Quay, you want to drop what the topic looked like, and then I'll go into it? You know what I'm saying? A little drum roll for you, a little bombs.
So the topic tonight, how heavy are your dreams? How heavy are your dreams? All right, go ahead, man.
That's an interesting question. How heavy are your dreams? Have you ever thought about that? And I know some of y'all might be like, well, what do you mean by that? Because you can't outdream God. Are you dreaming big enough? Because if your dream just comes true, maybe you didn't dream big enough. Maybe you need to dream so big that you can't pick it up, that you can't lift it, that is beyond your imagination, that it could be a reality. And so in this dream, today's show is going to talk about the struggle. We're going to talk about all the things you go through before the dream happens. So tell me one dictionary that you'll find success before sacrifice. So what are you willing to sacrifice for your dream to become a reality? Because I know this, Quay, and maybe you can agree with me. The bigger the dream, the more you got to sacrifice to make it happen, bro. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think that's valid, man. I will say this, you know, I am in strong agreement with dreams, right? So you have to have something that you're shooting for, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, it's very important to actually put action behind those dreams, right? And I said, with the action comes the sacrifice. I said, I know a lot of our people, you know, we got dreams floating everywhere, but not always the quickest to put action behind it. So yeah, that's the main thing that I stress. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the dreams are definitely the beginning, right? But you have to follow through on those, you know, to help basically see those things to fruition. So yeah, no, that's my position. But yeah, I agree with you on that, man.
And you know what, though, Quay? I wanna double down on what you said. Is it okay if we go to Vegas on them and I double down on what you just said, please?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The richest place is the graveyard. The richest place is the graveyard. And the reason why, because of all of those unborn dreams. See, I mean, sometimes we feel like we pay a big price to make our dreams come true. My question is, because you know I'm a weirdo, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little weird. So my question is, how much did it cost you that it didn't come true? How much did it cost for you not to fulfill your purpose? See, they say being ignorant is free, but I think being ignorant costs you a lot. You just don't know it. So being ignorant is in your blind spot, because when you don't fulfill the promise, what did you miss out on? See, I know three things happen in life, Quay. You're born and you die. He's given you free will to choose what you do in the meantime. We are where we are today because of the results of our choices of yesterday. So if we would have just made different choices, where would we be? And how much did that choice cost us? What are you willing to do to become everything that you were called to be? Like, where you in IT, man, you doing day trading, you doing big things, man, you powerful, bro. What did it cost you to get you where you are today, bro? What did it cost? What price did you pay to be in the position you're in today?
A lot.
But I mean, can you give the people a little bit of adobo sazon? Can you give them a little bit of adobo sazon of how you got to where you are and the sacrifices that you made to be in that position? Well, I turn on
Yeah,
the air conditioner.
yeah. No, a lot of man, a lot of hard work, a lot of time. You know, once again, there's always a huge investment of time. Um, and two, like I said, too, man, just a lot of man, a lot of heartache, a lot of challenges that a lot of folks, you know, were not willing to conquer, which I was willing to conquer those challenges. But yeah, man, there's a lot of sacrifice involved. But like I said, the main thing for me, like I said, it's been time. Um, and you know, that's one of the main reasons why I focus on the return of my time, or the return on my time invested.
Mm. Can you
Because
say that?
that is the,
Can you say that one more
yeah,
time for the people in the back? Because I don't know if that slipped by people or that went over people's head, but you need to understand what he just said. One more time, Quay.
yeah, no, let's say you really have to focus on your time and that return on investment of your time. You know, a lot of times we invest a lot of time and energy with low return or low ROI. And time is the piece or the one thing that you cannot get back or that you cannot restore. Um, so you do have to prioritize your time. And that's, of course, if you prioritize your time, that's ultimately going to prioritize relationships. That's going to prioritize, um, you know, what scenarios or what situations you enter into or put yourself into. Um, so yeah, no, you got to really prioritize that, because like I said, at the end of the day, you know, if we are going after our dreams, then let's say you got to be laser focused if you want to get there. And like I said, a lot of that, or a main piece of that, is your time and how you leverage and utilize your time. Let me this comment. Shirley Ann said, "Time is currency that costs and you don't get back." And that is correct. Let's say you can't get that time back. Also, Shirley Ann said, "Yes, return on investment is critical. So the initial investment is critical." Um, and that is true, Shirley Ann. Let's say, with that being said, you also have to strategize around that initial investment. Everything is not investable, if that makes sense. It may seem that way, but it truly isn't. And you'll find that out later on down that investment road.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's talk about how much things cost, Quay. So what do you do? Let's get specific. What do you do, Quasi?
For which piece? You talking corporate or personal?
Just job wise. What do you do?
I'm a director. So I'm a director of technology for a college up here in Michigan.
A director of technology. How many years you go to school, bro?
4 years.
4 extra, so 4 years of college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 years of college, but at this point, we're at 21 years of experience.
21 years. Oh, okay. I'm doing this for a reason, Quay. 4 years of college, 21 years of experience, 12 years just to get out of high school. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of studying. That's a lot of homework. That's a lot of tests. That's a lot of a time that you put in school to be in the position that you in. Because if you didn't spend the time or pay the price, you wouldn't be where you are. Would you be, Mr. Price? Double entendre. So I think it's you paid a price to get to where you are.
Correct.
It's because so sometimes people see where you are, but they don't see the road you ran to get to where you are. They just think you missed the price. They don't know that Mr. Price had to go through what he had to go through. And Mr. Price might have not went and partied. Mr. Price might have not been running the streets. Mr. Price might not been out there just acting a fool or whatever else. Mr. Price might have been studying. Mr. Price might have been reading books. Mr. Price was paying a price to become Mr. Price to be where he is. It cost a price.
Correct.
So I'm saying in order for you to become where you are, that's a lot of weight on your shoulders, brother. How heavy was your dream? And I just want you to share that, Quay. I want you to, give a little, if that's okay, give them a little bit of intimacy of how heavy this thing that God has you doing, what your dream is.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, man, like I said, it has been very heavy, right? Because as I always speak on it, my focus is my family, right? So, this was something that I've carried, on my shoulders the whole time to make sure the family is good. And yeah, like I said, with, the dream, I wouldn't even really call it a dream, with the responsibility of carrying that.
You can't cuss like that, Quay. You can't cuss like that. You said a cuss word and you're going to just run past it like you didn't hit him in the face with a little... Seemed like you hit him with a little something. So I need you to run that back because that was a big word that you just used. And that can't go past our audience. Because you said it one way and then in your mind you said, Why did you catch yourself and why did you change that word? Because what you did was powerful.
Well, because it's a responsibility, man. And like I said, being that, I'm an accountable person, like I said, I wanted to make sure the family was good. So whatever means that we had to go about to make sure that happened, that's what we're going to do. And that's what we are doing today, to, like I said, make sure the family is good. And I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about family that's going to, be here past me and so forth.
You did it again. You did it again. You hit somebody. You hit somebody. What did you say? What did you said you wasn't doing it just for you.
No. It's not just for me, man. Like I said, this is for the family that will be here past me. So past the time that I'm here, right? Or essentially for my last name.
He doing it. Can I get some drum rolls for Quay? Dropping bombs today.
You crazy, man.
you saying something that I think we forgot, bro. I think we forgot that our last name used to mean something.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Power in your you from the what family? Oh yeah, we heard about y'all. Y'all carpenters. Y'all this. Y'all that. I think we forgot about our legacy of our last name and what it meant to be a Mr. Price, or what it meant to be a Martin, or whatever your African name is, AfricanAncestry.com, whatever you need to call it. I think we forgot, bro, that when we walk outside, we are a representation of our last name and the legacy. That's right. Why go back to that, Quay. Go back to that, Quay.
We got somebody coming in, man. Let me pull this. All
right, bring him in.
Run in real quick.
Hey, Quay. First of all, I don't know if you know who you just let in the building, but I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell on him. First, Quincy. This is a legend in the building. We got a legend in the building, everybody. This is Mr. LaVall Bell. He's a top 10 drummer in the world. He has his own publishing company. So if you got a book that you need to write and you need a publisher, please go check out Noah's Art Publishing. Not only that, he's a man of God. He's an apostle. He's a preacher. Not only that, he's just an amazing person. Forget the titles alone. Forget the titles alone. Just an amazing man. I did a book tour with him. He introduced me to Dr. Ife Williams. We drove all the way out to Missouri from California. We got to go see Jackie Jordan Curser Center. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Jackie Jordan Curser, who's doing big things. You know what I mean? We got to go to St. Louis. We got to just go through some of his history. So I just want to say thank you, Mr. Lavelle Bell, for joining our show. And he has his own book that's out. So if anybody who got a book that wants to be blessed and work with somebody that's going to take care of their book and take care of them, please reach out to Mr. Lavelle Bell. Welcome to the show, Mr. Lavelle.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I have to take you around and do all those introductions. I just wanted to come and say hi and support what you're doing. I'm sorry I've been tardy about getting on your shows, but thank you for the nice words.
Oh, no, you're right on time. The subject today, Mr. Lavelle, because, okay, Mr. Lavelle, you are top 10 drummer in the world. You've accomplished so many things and you're still not done fulfilling your contract with God. My question to you, sir, is how heavy is your dream? What did it take for you to get to where you are today? Because the people in the audience might just see you as Mr. Lavelle Bell. Oh, he's always made it. He's always had it. He's always been there. But what was your journey like? What was your race like? Can you bless the people with that?
Man, that's a big question. I always say that dreams, visions, and concepts are in the world. You have two types of real estate. You have supernatural real estate or intellectual property, or you have natural real estate. So dreams are like fire. You know, there's smoke before a fire and there's smoke after a fire. So I used to sit in my classroom in St. Louis. My mom had 10 kids, 9 boys and 1 girl. I never knew who my natural father was. And I used to daydream about playing drums on stage. I didn't know that was going to happen, but, you know, I would just zone out. Those dreams and those visions came to pass. I actually did get on those big stages with all those artists, Earth, Wind and Fire, Bette Miller, George Benson, Barry White, blah, 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 blah.
No. You can't go through those names that fast, good sir. Because you got some young folks who might have to ask Google or Siri who you talking about, and then you got some older people that just want to hear those names. So can you just please run that list down just a little slower for these amazing people?
Earth, Wind and Fire, George Benson, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Bette Miller, Engelbert Humperdinck, I don't know, LL Cool J. I don't know. I mean,
the Lady Lover.
It's kind of embarrassing.
No, it ain't. That's a blessing. That is amazing.
You in
his list, Quay?
Yeah, no, he's definitely covered some angles. So yeah, definitely salute to that.
You know what it sounds like? Your name in the Quiet Storm. This man is amazing. Welcome, C. Prince, to the show. We appreciate you having you on. You're on with an amazing pioneer, a legend in the game of music, Mr. Lavelle Bell. And today's topic is how heavy is your dreams? C. Prince, I've known you since Alaska, so we're going to get back to you after we finish letting Mr. Lavelle Bell talk about this race he ran, and we want to hear what you got going on over there.
Well, I always say that a dream is a down payment on your future. I think your mic is dead, but I literally wake up every morning and I write down everything I see or every dream I had the night before. I write the day, and the year every day. I've been doing that for 25 years. Now when I wake up, it's automatic. I get up and it's like the divine downloads my assignment for that day. And actually, Brother Price and Brother DeQuell King and your other guests, you know, if you practice that, you'll find that your dreams really will come true. Because, you know, it's what everything that's around us, it was an idea first. It was a concept. You know, it was everything you see. It was somebody else's idea. And so I just consider a dream as a down payment. If you can see it, it's already yours.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. Definitely can agree with that. Like I said, everything that we are looking at and touching to this day definitely was somebody's dream or idea prior to coming to fruition. So I definitely can agree with that. Definitely can agree with that.
Hey, y'all know what though? I don't know if y'all really listening. See, I talk a lot, but I do listen good. This young man said he prepares for his dream every single day by writing it down. So it just didn't happen by chance. So the sacrifice that he was making for his dreams to become a reality is that he was writing himself basically a love letter to himself every day. This is what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm going to accomplish daily. When was the last time you wrote a love letter to yourself? When was the last time you wrote down your goals on a daily basis of saying how you're going to get to where you're supposed to go? How's the navigation supposed to work if you don't put in no directions? Just think about that. See, Prince, man, talk to us, man. How have you? Oh, my bad, Jay. This is everybody. This is my guy. This is Mr. J, Mr. Justin Stapleton, my trainer, my dog, my goat.
Hi, guys.
He's Mr. Everything on a warm, friendly ground. He's helping me out as my producer on Twitter Fingers. He's getting me right in the gym. He's going to get rid of this body. Getting rid of the big belly, you know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you and welcome Mr. Justin to the show. Don't get me wrong, I got abs, I was cutting. But Mr. Justin over here getting me right, so I want to give him a big shout out. So after Charles, we're gonna go to Mr. Justin, and we're gonna ask you how big your dreams are. You know what I'm saying? And how did it take for you to become everything that you became? And thank you for your service, and thank you for joining the show.
Oh, absolutely! Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. And we'll see what you say tomorrow after you feel how your legs feel.
See, you see how you just put my business out there on air? Hey, Charles, what you got, man? Talk to us.
Well, how heavy are your dreams?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I really had dreams. I just had, and dreams and goals are the same thing. But I ain't
One second, Charles. Everybody, let's mute our mic because we're getting a little bit of feedback. I'm going to mute my mic, too.
All right. Yeah, Jay and Ball, just mute yourself for a minute. We was getting a little noise coming through. All right, we good. Go ahead, C. Prince.
Okay, the only thing I think the biggest dream was that it was like a family dream that every generation strived better than the next generation. You know what I'm saying? That's the only dreams that I really or goals that I had in my life. You know what I'm saying? That my son do better than because I done better than my father. He done better than his father. You see what I'm saying? We just keep it going, and to a point that shouldn't even be a dream or a goal no more. It should just be a standard for us, you know what I'm saying, that we always achieve. But, when you taught that your race is one way of like gangbangers, drug dealers, hoes, and all that stuff like that, and then you got, certain members of your family that buy into that dream, that the American dream is criminal activity for our race. You know what I'm saying? You got to erase that from your family, and that's one of our dreams because we got a lot of family members that did time and died and stuff over this American false dream of crime in our communities and stuff like that, failure. So we're erasing it in our family, basically. That's the dream. So we wouldn't have to go visit nobody at the graves, the prisons, and stuff like that. So that's the only dream that I had.
I'm glad you brought that point up, right, Charles? Because the crazy part about it is some people's like, man, that ain't no dream. But for the people that's in the hood, survival is a dream. Seeing 18 is a dream. So I'm glad you were able to touch on that because, just being able to survive, as a Black person in America, for us, it's a dream. So I'm glad you was able to touch on that and point that out. We're going to go down to Mr. Justin. Justin, man, what's your dreams, man? I know you're doing some big things out here in Hollywood, bro. You're working on crazy projects. What's your story, bro? How did you get here, bro? Because I know a lot of people see you like, man, Justin was a Marine. Justin's really swole. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all these different things. Justin's amazing, but they don't know your journey, bro. So can you tell us how heavy your journey has been? Just a little snippet, a little Costco sample?
Yeah. I'm can be kind of long-winded sometimes. Is my mic okay? You guys can hear me? It'd be kind of long-winded sometimes, but I'll keep it kind of short, kind of brief.
No, you good. You on the show. Enjoy yourself. Be vulnerable. Feel free. You know what I'm saying? And stop borrowing your neighbor's Wi-Fi so that way you get a good connection.
I'm definitely not borrowing their Wi-Fi, but this building is a little crazy. It was built in like 05, so I don't know what to say. But so for me, yeah, I've always been like I would say like a self-motivated kind of optimist. I like so many other people don't come from a good background. Abject poverty, all that yada yada stuff. But for me, I always had dreams, but I always had to kind of force myself, if this makes sense, to kind of believe that they were attainable, because I didn't have really anybody in my family at all, including parents, in support of anything. So it was, nobody ever was like, hey, this is possible, or this is possible, or this is possible, or this is possible. It was, a lot of negative actions and a lot of negative thoughts. So I always had to try to kind of push myself into thinking, I can do this, or I can do this, or I can do this, or I can do this. But it came, there was always a lot of drawback too, because as optimistic as I am, there was always that part of me that would think, well, maybe I'm not good enough at this, or there's other people that are succeeding. There's other people that are like, 10 steps ahead of me. I'm coming into a certain situation later than everybody else. Is this possible, or is this not? So I've had to kind of like, and hopefully I'm articulating this correctly. I've kind of had to like piece myself together, throughout the years, successful in this thing, maybe not so good at this thing, and kind of just like keep pushing that boulder up the hill, so to speak. But there's a lot of room for, kind of like self or isolation, and just being like alone with my thoughts, and just having to like will myself, through whatever it is, particularly. So for me, I tend to try a lot of things. I always say I'm not good at a lot of things, but when I'm good at something, I tend to be really great at it, if that makes sense. So I can't do a whole lot of things, but when I can do that one thing, I'm going to do that one thing, like, it's going to be awesome.
Justin, when people look at you, they can tell that you are in amazing shape, bro. But they only see that you're in amazing shape, right? Just from a standpoint of someone who's not in shape, right?
Yeah, I mean, people have judgments on the aesthetics and the physical aspect, but right. For me, the physical for me, it's for me, everything's internal. How I feel internally and how I feel mentally, how I feel emotionally, that's to me, that's what defines me, and that's how I work out. That's how I process my physical goals. So all of this is just a manifestation of how I feel inside. When I work out, I'm a very emotional person. Like I've cried after some workout and stuff like that, because I'm feeling a certain type of way. So, and I've been doing this way before Instagram and social media. So yeah. For me, I'm working out because I'm, like I told you earlier, I'm escaping something. I'm trying to get through something specific.
Right. I understand that. I asked you that question because you didn't start off that size, bro.
Oh no, of course not.
And so my point of it is how heavy are your dreams? It took work for you to get to where you are, to have a body like that, right?
Yeah,
so
all of my dreams.
How long have you been in the gym, and how long have you been training? Because most people only see the result. They don't know how long you've been doing that to be at that.
I've been training, of course. I mean, I was in the military for a long time, so my training was different. But I've been training, working out, doing this for, oh my God. I'm 37 now. I started seriously training when I started when I was 15, but I started seriously training when I was 17. So it's been 20 years.
20 years. That's 20 years. The reason why I said that, I set you up on purpose for the audience. That's 20 years worth of work. Yeah. You can't say you want a body like Justin, or you want to be that strong, if you're not willing to put in work.
Well, for me, it goes back to what you were saying earlier. For me, my dreams, I always defined them as dreams when I was younger, because I didn't understand like setting goals or waking up and writing things down and manifesting it. I didn't know anything about all that stuff. But I think what got me through the situations that I was in, especially when I was a teenager, was that I did have very, 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 very big dreams. I was like, hey, I want to go to, that side of the world over there. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I just know that this can't be, living in South Central Los Angeles, like this can't be what it is. This just can't. It just can't be. I kind of compartmentalize things when I was younger, but I'm like, this can't be all it is. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be more. I worked with my uncle. My uncle was an auction coordinator, and my first summer job was with him. And he used to work at big auction galleries, coin houses in Beverly Hills. So you go from living off of Crenshaw to Beverly Hills, and I'm like, I mean, this is like, like 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away. So I'm over here and they're over here. They ain't that far. There got to be some way to get to this side over here. So that's how I've always kind of thought about things. It was just, for me, it was more logistically, like, how do I get out of abject poverty? Like, how do I make it out of this situation? Because I don't have any guidance, and there's nobody to say, hey, by the way, maybe try this, or here is a supportive kind of push in the right direction. So I did. Maybe this is a little bit more on the negative side. I did have, my uncle and my dad and a few other people that would, maybe because they're old school guys, but they would say, hey, sometimes after the fact, you made that mistake. How did that work out for you? You'd be like, well, it ain't work out too good. Well, now you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like,
So that makes sense.
My dad's 75 years old, so he'd be like, well, now you know, don't do it again. I'm like, well, I appreciate that.
That makes perfect sense, though.
So,
let me ask this question. No, you good, Justin, because I'm glad you said that, because somebody's able to relate to that. And I just want everybody to know that he's drinking organic water right now.
No, I'm drinking coffee. I've got to work late tonight.
I'm just teasing you. Mr. Lavelle, you are a top 10 drummer in the world. To most people, they can't even dream that far or imagine being in the top 10 in the world as a drummer. How long did you play to put yourself even in that stratosphere or category to become a top 10 drummer in the world, bro?
Well, I don't know if I'm still a top 10 drummer in the world, but I didn't, I used to beat, like my brother here, Jay, said, he works out of his emotions, out of his circumstances. I think that's what I heard Jay say. As a child in St. Louis, I would beat on my desk, and I would take tree branches and beat on trash can tops. They didn't figure out I was a drummer until I was about 12. I started playing drums at about 11 or 12, and I was playing at church. Like I said earlier, I would kind of always daydream. But I saw Buddy Rich was the best drummer in the world at that time. He was on I'm going to age myself, on the Johnny Carson show, Late Night with Johnny Carson. And when I saw Buddy Rich play on Johnny Carson show, I said, I want to play like that. I found me a goal or an example. It's nice to have, as men, it's nice to have an example, something you can work toward. And, hey, shoot for the solar system and get the moon. Maybe you don't get the entire solar system, but you get the sun or the moon. So I want to be the very best. And in the pursuit of being the very best, I got to do some pretty extraordinary things.
So, Laval, I got a question for you. I just want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Is it Laval?
It's good.
Okay. So, Laval, I got a question for you. So, I heard Justin say something when he was giving us this story about negativity existing in the family as he was kind of going through his process. Did you experience that same type of negativity as you were kind of going through your process as well?
Hey, what were you trying to get? Were you in my mind? No. Of course I did. Absolutely. My mom had 9 boys and 1 girl. So I was the fifth child, excuse me, the sixth child, and my brother Dewan was the sixth child. I was the sixth, he was the fifth. Dewan and I were born in December. I was born December 19th. He was born December 17th. He was extremely jealous of me, very competitive. Sometimes your greatest haters will come from your relatives. I mean, your relatives or your good friends are sometimes your very best practice. Family, your family tree, your brothers and sisters is a good place to learn. So to answer your question, Mr. Price, yeah, negativity. If you can beat the negativity in your family, you can beat negativity anywhere. I mean,
Okay.
so.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was just curious. Because so just note to the audience. And let me just mute for a minute. Just note to the audience. A lot of folks do grow up with negativity in the family. Especially when you express that you're trying to do something different. Kind of touching back to C. Prince's point. When you express that, you want to surpass or do better than someone who came before you. That definitely can trigger some negativity within your family, especially if there's any type of jealousy that exists, any envy that exists, anything like that. But that really kind of provides the foundation on why you really have to be focused and locked in on seeing your dreams to fruition. Because those things can exist. And, to Laval's point, it can be right in your family. This can be folks right in your own household, ready to see you not make it as bad as that sounds. So yeah, you really got to prioritize, the energy and the effort that you put into seeing your dreams through, because there can always be forces working against you, even in your close quarters. Go ahead, C. Prince. I see you want to say something, man.
As coaching kids like for sports and stuff, right? One of my things I used to tell them, I said, everybody here got a dream. I tell them, everybody got a dream. But to achieve your dream in this atmosphere, look to your left and your right. You have to crush somebody else's dream. Being in the competitive sports, anything competitive, you have to crush somebody's dream to succeed. So you can't make friends along the way. You got to be focused. I said it's wrong to say, but the only ones who succeed are those who destroy other people's dreams. And then when they get on the top, they tell everybody how to achieve what they've done. You look at Michael Jordan and you look at all these successful athletes or even musicians and stuff, whoever's successful, you look at them, they tell you they had to walk through a lot of people's dreams to get their dreams. And, that's the only way you can achieve your dream is to be focused and determined. And you understand, because the only competition out there is others trying to get your spot. And people don't want to face that reality that when you dream, you're in the business of crushing someone else's dream to achieve your dream. And a lot of people don't understand that. And that's how it is in life. That's, what I'm saying? He say, nah, but guess what? Why not? I mean, tell me why I'm wrong. Since you bang it, tell me why I'm wrong.
Quay, can I get some drum rolls, please? Can I get some drum rolls?
Go ahead, man.
Before I let it go. Can I get a couple of bombs, please? I'm waiting for the bombs, Quay. I'm waiting for the bombs. I need them.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
First of all, can't nobody take what God got for you. Second of all, you don't do your job. It's no one took anything from you. You didn't do what was required for you to get what you were supposed to get. See, there's enough room for everybody out here to eat. The problem is everybody too busy pocket watching somebody else and what they doing instead of being responsible for what they supposed to do. And if that door didn't open for you, that means it wasn't meant for you. The right door will open for you. Just because the door opens don't mean you got to walk through it. So can't nobody take what's yours. You can only lose the opportunity because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. There's plenty of room for Justin. How many people are out here in Hollywood that say, oh man, why would you go to Hollywood? You know how many people out there that's producers? You know how many people doing this? Can't nobody take Justin's job.
Well, I feel like I agree. I feel like I agree with both points. I feel like there is and maybe this is because I had, there's five of us and I'm the middle of five children. So I do understand, where Prince is coming from for a part of that in terms of the competitiveness of things. I feel like, and I agree. I'm a everybody loves everybody type person, but I also am ultra competitive, and I know that when I go in the room, I need to be better than these other 100 people that are there. And I feel like you have to have if you're in a certain industry, I mean any industry, but I'll just speak specifically from the entertainment side of things, whether it's producing, especially directing, for sure. Directing, you have to be ultra competitive because there's so many limited spots, right? So you have to have this inner fire, this inner desire, even if it's not like, I don't permeate my competitiveness in a negative way to where I want to, to say, screw everybody. But there's a drive inside me that says, hey, I just saw Twitter fingers. Shit. Excuse my language. Whoa, I got to be better because I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And that's where that competitive drive comes from. It doesn't necessarily mean I don't want to see King succeed, but if I see, and I want the best for him in his career, in his movie, but if I see 2,000 people watching his movie in the theater and 20 people are watching mine, I want 2,001 people to watch me. There's only one Academy Award for Best Actor. There's only one Academy Award for Best Actress. So
here's the difference in what you're saying.
There's a balance.
There's nothing wrong with someone pushing you to be the best version of you. What I said was, in the scenario, was crushing. If you take someone else's spot, you have to crush someone else's dream. You have to do something damage to someone else or what? That's false. To me, in my opinion, what you did was, I want to be better. I want to push the margin. I want to do what I have to do to prepare myself to be the best version that I can be to get the best results. And if I see this person doing this, then okay, I know I need to work harder. Now, you working harder is allowing you to be a better version of yourself because you want to be the best version of yourself. You're not trying to just, I need to do this because I'm going to kill Justin. I'm going to destroy what Justin. No, you're doing it because you want to be the best version of you to put the best result out there. Competition is a good thing. There's a difference between competition and being the best version of yourself than trying to be competitive and stabbing someone in the back to get to the top.
Oh, right. Yeah. You're not gonna, you don't want to go out there and purposely try to, do somebody wrong just so you can get it. But at the same time, though, there's a point that comes in especially in this industry where you got to say, hey, look, man. That one producer's only giving out $2 million and my project costs 1.9. So, I want to push myself to be the best. But if the producer's like, hey, I can give you the 2 million or I can give you the 2 million. I want that. I'm not going to purposely try to screw you over, but I want to shoot my movie.
And what I said is, you said what I said, you articulated different from I did. When you crush somebody's dream, I'm not saying that, hey, to do it deliberately. I'm saying to achieve your dream, you got to step over people, and intentionally or unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do it to get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? People, this is the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? This is not no movie of everybody get along and stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is not it. If you got to go get something, even when you go to a job interview, you know what I'm saying? You don't intentionally go out there to screw somebody who got 10 kids and barely making it, but you want the job too. You see what I'm saying? So this is not me saying destroy, but the reality is this: you can't sell this happy-go-lucky world and not tell people the truth about, hey, this is a competition. It's friendly or unfriendly. Depends on how you play it. But this is a competition. To get to where you need to go, it's a competition. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
I respect your truth and how you see the world, you're allowed to see that from your perspective. I never said the world was happy-go-lucky. Not one time. I'm a black man in America, so I would never say anything like that, because with our color comes struggle. All I said was competition is a beautiful thing to become the best version of yourself. All I said was God gave you a talent. God gave you your own gift. God gave you your own purpose. That's my point. Whatever God has for you, just from my belief, he has for you, long as you're doing your part. Faith without work is dead. You can't just say, oh God, I want it, and not do no work. What I'm saying is, if you do get up and you do the work and you do the journals and you do your part and you do become the best version of yourself, the right doors will open. It wasn't because, oh man, God, I outworked Charles. I ain't talking about no Cain and Abel stuff.
I'm not to Laval, man. Let's see what Laval say about this, man. Let me I want to see this. Laval, what you think about this, Laval? Does somebody, you got to crush somebody else's dreams to get to yours? What you think about that?
You don't ever have to crush anybody's dreams, ever. Nobody can crush your dreams. What I think my brother is saying, Brother Prince, is saying that he's saying that you're gonna have some bad days. You're gonna lose some days. When he gave the football analogy, somebody gonna lose that day, but they ain't lost. Their dream is not over as a football player that day. They didn't win the championship that day. So the team that won that day crushed somebody's dream that day. But nobody can ever crush your dreams, man. That's impossible. And you should never go to crush anybody's dreams anyway. That should never be your motive. Your motive is to be the very best person that you can be. And so nobody can ever take your dreams. Nobody can ever take your DNA. So I understand exactly what Brother Prince is saying. He's right in the sense that that day, you're not going to win what's the football analogy? You're not going to win. What's the big thing y'all got in football? The championship. Super Bowl, that's it. I'm basketball, I'm not football. But that's just one day. Next year, it's another Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? When I got on the drums and played, to Brother Prince's point, I came to murder you that day. When I got on the drums, I was competitive. I'm beating your tail. You ain't being better than me. When I got on the drums, no. It was on. When I get on the stage, even today, King will tell you, when I get on the drums, it's on. I'm in charge. But that don't mean I came there to destroy nobody's dream. You can't ever destroy. You can't take something that somebody that's already yours. So everybody's right, but. When I saw Buddy Rich at 14, I made up my mind then I was going to be the best. I made up my mind I was going to get endorsements. I got endorsement with drum companies. And so I never thought I'd be owning my own publishing company. I never thought I'd write 8 books. I never thought I'd write a best-selling book. I'm still having fun at 59. So can't nobody take your dream. But don't confuse winning, right? Don't confuse losing a day. That's how my brother Prince said. He gonna crush your dream on that day, but he ain't saying he's trying. I'm sure he's not saying he's trying to crush, nobody's dream. Your dream got crushed that day. You didn't win that year, but that was the next year, and nobody can take from you to King's point, that if you want it, you can have it. If you see it, you can have it.
I think that speaks to how the other person feels about their self, internally. I don't think when I hear Tom Brady on interviews or different things, he doesn't sound like he has any malice for anybody. But he's like, hey, I'm just playing football. I was a 3rd string quarterback. I wasn't even supposed to be here. So I don't dislike any of y'all. But I just want to win as many Super Bowls as I possibly can and go home. It don't mean I don't like y'all, but I'm just trying to win on this day. And I won 7. I don't know what to tell you guys. It just kind of is what it is.
Shout out to the University of Michigan.
If the person on the other side of the person on the other side of the field, and someone like in Tom Brady's position, there has been many. If they feel like I got my heart broken or I got my dreams crushed, that's how they feel about themselves. Mm-hmm. Because he wasn't purposely going out there to hurt them. He has a job to do, and he wants to be successful in his job. And I get that. When I was previously, before I went to film school and I was acting, and I I'm not a classically trained actor or anything like that. I love acting. Acting is that's my whole world. That's my heart. That's my soul. Everything. I love playing characters. I love getting booked on roles. That I just like breathe that stuff. Right. I only went to film school just because I'm getting older, and I was like, let me learn how to do something else besides just acting. But I love cinema just in general. So when I'm acting and I'm just self-booking on LA Casting or backstage, I don't have an agent, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So I go into a casting, I go to, all these different places all around Hollywood and stuff like that. And, it's for a small role, a small part or something. And I just see 150 people in the lobby. And I'm just like, oh my God. Well, like this is just bananas, I don't, and it's just like, it goes back to our point, not to belabor this, but like, I'm everybody loves everybody. I don't mean to hurt anybody, but I hear people in the room and I see different things and I know my lines and I know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm like, this is my part. I got to go in here and wow these people. And if there's only one part for 150 people, I'm sorry, everybody, but I want that. If anybody feels any other kind of way about it. And I used to be the reverse. I used to be like, no, it's okay. But I don't really think like that anymore. I want this for me. Sorry, guys. We can be friends afterwards. But when we're in the ring, only one person can win.
And you protect yourself at all times.
I'm gonna say this, bro. A lot of people think that when you go out there and your dreams are not achieved or something like that, especially, and you look at a lot of people, when you don't achieve that part of your dream, you go back and reevaluate. It's a great teaching lesson. A lot of people don't know it's a great teaching lesson. Failure is a great teaching lesson. But people think like they got to shut it down. I might quit. That's going to test your fortitude, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So just in sports and in life and stuff, when you go to job interviews, you might not get hired for this job, but you keep hitting applications and resumes and stuff like that. Because that's what everybody's chasing that dream to get in that 6-figure income or in a better position to suit their family and stuff. But it's not a failure. It's a learning lesson. What I didn't do on my resume not to get me in this door. So you go back and retreat, and get everything right. And then when you get that job, you get that, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? That overwhelming feeling, I knew it. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? When I say crush, I don't mean like physically just like destroy somebody. I just mean like at that time and moment. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? If you don't put your better self, as he said, guess what? Why should I hire you? Why should I put you on this team? If you don't believe in yourself that you're better than everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the belief. You can't, I'm not going to take the religious side and say what God has for you and stuff like that, because, everybody knows it depends on your faith and what your faith says. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to preach to everybody. But I'm going to say this. You know what? When you go out there, like I said, you come from poverty and you make yourself a millionaire, guess what? You had a lot of failures to get to there. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of trying times to get to where you need to be, but guess what? Now you're there. And then some people get settled and don't grow because they're satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's all right to dream, but you got to understand that dreams lead to competition.
Well, I think
everybody got the same dream in some version.
Well,
and you got to realize it.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I think real quick, I think that's where a lot of jealousy and hate, if you will, comes into play, because there are those people that are consistent, that do have the perseverance to say, hey, I didn't get this job, I didn't get this promotion. I used to see it. I was in the military for 10 years with Marines. I see it all the time. Oh my God. Because when we do promotions in front of the whole company. So there's 200 people out there all watching you get promoted, and you walk up in front of 200 people, and they're saying congratulations, and they're putting your rank on you, and all these people see it. And you have a lot of people that are like, hey, no, Justin, that's a good job, he deserves it, blah blah. You get a whole lot of people that are just like, man, how did he get promoted? How did he what did he do? Well, people that don't even know you, and but they don't see the multiple deployments, and they don't see the years and years of taking the test, and they don't see, like, I took the advancement exam for 3 years, and I didn't get enough points every single year. And every single year it would come back and they would say, hey, look, you got 150 points, you need 151. Sorry, dude, no promotion. Hey, you got 151, you need 152 this year. Sorry, dude, no promotion. And then when you finally get it, because you were persistent, because you didn't say, you know what, I didn't get promoted, I'm just gonna get out of the military, whatever. The rest of the people, they don't see that perseverance. So you have one side that you can't be for everybody. You have that one side that'll say, right on, and you'll have that other side that will be on the other side. My favorite director of all time is Martin Scorsese. Scorsese only has one Academy Award.
Wait, your favorite director is
which is insane. You know what I'm saying? So just as an example, to me, my favorite director, definitely one of the greatest directors in the history of film by far, has one Academy Award for a lifetime of work, a lifetime of classic achievements in cinema. But that doesn't stop him from being, and when you hear him in interviews, that doesn't stop him from being a cinephile. That doesn't stop him from directing at his age. That doesn't stop him from being a positive person. Smiling and, hey guys, love cinema, love movies, still doing it, So
Justin,
even though I directed Goodfellas, and I should have got an Academy Award for that, but I didn't. It's okay. Still here. So
Justin, correct. Your favorite director is King Jacques Martin. I appreciate you as a fan. Thank you very much.
favorite director.
Now, hold on, mute Quay's mic, mute his mic. Now, I just really think it's important because I know we have young people that watch this show and we leave a legacy, man. I need people to understand that people didn't just get to where they are just because they got to where they are. There was a price that was paid. And I need people to ask themselves, are they even dreaming big enough? Are you even dreaming big enough? And when you dream that big, it comes with a responsibility because a dream is no more than a mirage of something that could be possible. But when do you stop dreaming to put in the work to make it a reality? Realities take work. And I need everybody to understand that. It's cool to dream, bro. But realities take work for it to come to that. It's cool to dream, but realities take work. What type of price are you willing to pay to turn your dream into a reality? Is it hard? Yeah. Is it an excuse? No disrespect, because I'm not being racist or anything or whatever else, but our journey is different than our counterparts sometimes, or other colors in the crayon box. Our journey is different. It's still not an excuse for us not to be everything that we were called to be, no matter if the game is rigged or not. Look at Lavelle and look how successful he made it. But guess what? He comes from the same ancestors that we all come from. So sometimes you got to put your head down. Sometimes you got to put in the work. Sometimes you got to believe. And sometimes you got to remember your reason why you're doing what you're doing. I remember Kwesi said, and Charles said, both of them, legacy, family. It wasn't even about me. It's about what I'm going to leave my kids. And I think that's really important. I think people sometimes forget what their last name is and what they represent and who they are and where they're going. So I really thought today's topic, and especially with men on this stage, because, in my belief, I believe we're out of order just a little bit, and that's why the world is out of order. But as men stepping up to the plate to fulfill their purpose, to be able to lead, to be able to show the way, to give the wife something to submit to, it all comes with a responsibility. And at the end of the day, all of it takes work. All of it. And I'm glad that you guys were able to come on the show. And just the funny thing about it is y'all gave them a little small Costco sample of the struggle. Lavelle, everybody don't know your struggle and all the little things that you had to go through and how you had to, protect your mind, body, and soul, your heart, your spirit, your energy to be where you are. Because the higher you get, the more you get attacked. You just get attacked differently. Justin, don't nobody really know what it's like, and Charles, to be in the military and get attacked the way you get attacked in the military and the things that you defend. And then when you come out, how life is different. Life is different when you get out the military. The game changes. It's a different game in the military and then outside the military. Every rule changes, and what it's like to say, hey, I'm going to go to California to be an actor. I'm going to go to California. I'm going to get into film. Not only am I going to get into film, I'm going to learn how to direct. I'm going to learn how to do this. Nobody knows how much time it takes, Justin, to do a feature film budget. You know, Charles, nobody knows what it takes to fight for your family the way I've seen you fight for your family since I was 15 years old, dude. Nobody knows what it takes to be a father the way you've been a father to your kids, despite all the hurdles, bro, that you've been through to this day. Quay, nobody knows what it takes to be in IT, to be a boss, to be a director, to do trading at night or being a day trader, and a husband, a father, even getting on the show out of your free time. Ain't nobody paying us to do this. Nobody knows what it actually takes. And it's crazy. So that's why I really wanted to tap into how heavy is your dream? Are we even dreaming big enough? Or have we been suppressing our dreams? Because sometimes our dreams get so scared, we're scared to fulfill the dream. You know, has anybody had that problem? They were scared to become what they were supposed to become? Has anybody else been through? Am I the only one?
Yeah, that was the other point that I was gonna make, man. I'm not even sure in this current day if it's a matter of people not dreaming big enough. Are people dreaming at all?
Drop some bombs, Quay. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, no, we're in a situation in this current day, man, where we've got a lot of, and I'm just gonna speak to the brothers right now. We've got a lot of brothers who are just settling. They're going along with whatever they're given. They're kind of falling victim to a lot of the excuses that are out here and so forth. And I think we got a lot of brothers out here now who they not even dreaming at all. They just going through the motions, right? So like I said, just speaking to the brothers who are watching the show or will watch the show, we have to get back to dreaming in general, right? Because at the end of the day, believe it or not, somebody is still depending on you.
Oh, bomb drop.
Yeah, no, real talk. Like I said, I'm not even talking about direct family. There may be a little young fella 2 doors over, who's watching you every day and you don't even know it.
Charles,
yeah, real talk.
Life. I'm glad you said that way. I've been watching this man Charles my whole life since I was 15 years old. That man had to come get me at the park when I was crying over my first love, bro. No lie, I've been watching Charles my whole life, bro. That's why I'm saying I'm glad you know that. I know Charles since I was 15 years old. I met Charles in Alaska, Quay. No, I might have been 16. I think I might have been 16. We were in Alaska.
I gotta hold on now. You ain't gonna breeze over that. You said you was crying over who?
My first love? You ain't never cried over a woman that you was in love with?
Hey, bro, you can't get he was in love. He was in love. He was in love.
You've been a thug your whole life and you ain't never been in love and been heartbroken. Get out of here.
We're gonna talk about that on another show.
Nope, you brought it up. I'm doing it now. Everybody
I want to be invited to that episode.
Everybody on the stage that's been heartbroken by a woman before. All this, I'm so tough. That's why. Stop playing with me. Yeah, I don't know Charles since I was 15 years old, bro.
Yeah,
100%. Man. Yeah. Let me go talk to Laval, man. Hold on. Now I got a question for Laval. Laval, I think you're muted right now. Unmute yourself, Laval. So King said he was crying over a first love. Have you ever seen anything like that, Laval?
Everybody has. Come on.
you fake Tupac thug. I ain't never been in love before. Where Chloe at? Get the first lady on the mic. Get the first lady up in here. Get the first lady in here.
But King,
where the first lady at?
King, he was a gentleman. Didn't you write about? Is this Mr. Charles you talked about in your book?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow. Okay. That's
Mr. Charles from my book. Yes, sir.
Yeah. When we did your book, he talked about you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. See, and here's let's get back to the point. Kwesi said, "You never know who you're affecting. You never know how you walk and how you carry yourself and who you're affecting." Now, check this out. I was 16 years old when I met Charles. I'm 42 right now. Charles didn't know how he impacted my life, where I would write a book and then put him in the book. That's how much of an impact that this man has had on my life. I still call Charles to this day when I'm going through something. So it ain't about just you and your family. It's about your essence and your light. I was able to see Charles' light. It wasn't who Charles was as a person, it's what God put in Charles that attracted me to Charles to say, hey, bro, I can trust you. Hey, bro, I can learn from you. Has Charles' life been perfect? Absolutely not. But in the midst of the storm, in the midst of the fire, bro, I could see Charles in the fire, bro. And when you could be a man in the fire, that's when you can tell who's really a man or not. Because anybody could be on top and then lose it all and they don't know themselves. You know what I'm saying? But when you could be in the fire, bro, you know what I mean? And that's the funny thing about the dream. Back to the title. You got to go through the fire for your dream to become a reality. Most people don't want to get in the fire. It wasn't. We're gonna talk about Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro, Abednego. They didn't see Jesus until they was in the fire. Not before the fire, but in the fire. Am I quoting that right, Lavelle? They didn't see Jesus. Well, hold on. The Lord gonna walk in the fire with us. They had to get in the fire first. And when they was in the fire, that's when they seen Jesus. Am I right, Lavelle?
That's right.
How many of us is even willing to get in the fire to see our maker? How many of us is willing to get in the fire to see our dream come true? How many of us is willing to get in the fire because that's what defines you as a man, how you handle the fires? When did we become so scared of the flame? I need some bomb drop. That's a bomb drop moment. I like it.
But you know what? I say this is it's not about they don't dream. I think they nurture the wrong dreams nowadays.
Oh,
you know, I think that these kids, they want to be like their fathers. Their fathers running the street and living wrong. That's their dream. That's their idol. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was a kid, they used to tell them young boys like, "Hey, get your ass back on that porch. You don't belong out here." You know what I'm saying? And they used to, you know, even though they lived wrong, they actually seen who. Hey, you gonna make it. Just keep on going the way you're going. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, we were like, I don't care if you 4.0 student and stuff. You need to go get this money right here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's preaching money. And you know what I'm saying? And that fast money. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, are you living for the moment or are you living for memories? One of the two. You got to decide which one you're living for. The moment money is gone, but the memory money is going to be good. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so Charles.
So they got to understand that.
Bring it home, great beard.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce off King.
Okay, wait, boy, before you go, can you give us?
I want to say something to Brother Quar when he said I agree with him.
Yeah,
I agree with both gentlemen. Both I got two prices here, two prices for one, right? No, I agree. I talk around the planet. I don't just talk in the United States. I talk around the world. They're not dreaming anymore. Young people stop. People are not dreaming. They stop dreaming, and they've got every reason to stop dreaming. Particularly anyone from the Africa diaspora. Sure, if life is short and if I can get my money real fast now, I've never seen so many people, young or old, particularly young, that do not dream. Literally have no dreams. And you know that old scripture says, without a dream or a vision and a dream is the same thing as a revelation. They're the same. People perish. Without a vision, we perish. So I'm sorry to interrupt that. What were you going to say, King? But I agree both of you. But today, a lot of folks, they don't have no dream. They don't know what that is. I know because I'm always talking in front of people giving. You know, my first book I wrote is Your Gifts Are Not Your Purpose.
Talk about it, Lavelle. Oh, wait. Can you say the title of the book one more time? Quay, get some bombs for this young man. Get some bombs for this young man. Let him say his book.
Your gifts are not your purpose. Nelson Mandela's gift was he was a fighter. They didn't know that he was a fighter when they put him in that prison for 27 years. They didn't know that him being a lawyer prior to going in there would facilitate his purpose. They didn't know that when they put their foot on George Floyd, that he dreamed of bringing a Supreme Court justice in the second grade, and he impacted the world. So I can go on that.
Go!
No, I appreciate you inviting me, King. Always a pleasure, my brother. I love you. So proud of you, and what a great group of men, Brother Jay and Brother Quiet Price and C Price. I certainly appreciate being here. But what did you want to say, my brother, before
I just I just wanted you to, while we have you on the show, can you just bless the stage with a prayer before you leave? Just to set a tone, set the energy. Anytime I do a movie, before I did my movie at Warm Friendly Grounds, Mr. Lavelle Bell came and prayed over all of us. So I would just like for you just to say a small prayer. I don't care on the show. I feel like that has to happen. So can you just bless us if you don't mind, if that's okay?
Sure. God, I just thank you for this space that we occupy, a space provided by you. We don't know everything. You are the architect of our dreams. I've read somewhere that says all good and perfect gifts come from above, from the lights, but you did say all things work together for the good to those who love you. So we love each other. I love these men. We put out love. We don't put out hate. We put out love. We put out dreams. We put out visions. I bless this space that I'm in. I'm blessed because I'm with these brothers. Continue to bless them as they bless others. Amen.
Appreciate you. Now, I think,
Thank
if I'm mistaken, Quay, you can quote me. I believe that's the first prayer on the show, ain't it?
Say it again, man.
First prayer that we've had on the show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lavelle Bell, for making
Thank
history. Oh, sir. See, I'm really happy that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Because we want y'all to show the show is just bigger than us. It ain't about me and Quay. We ain't worried about C Prince, even though we argue on the show. That's my guy. It's about Justin. It's about Lavelle. It's about Miss Shirley in the comment section. It's about everyone who joins us, because everyone who's joined this show has dropped some amazing gems. Justin got on here and blessed us with some amazing gems. We got some family coming on. We got some more family coming on. Welcome. This is Alethea Williams.
Alethea, I think you muted.
You can unmute your mic, Alethea. Alethea? I think I've said it right. Say it, so I say it right. Oh, she's going to come back.
Yeah, she just pulled out.
No, she'll come back on. She's probably trying to get her situation straight. Technical difficulties, small commercial.
Okay, we getting close to that time too, man.
Okay. Thank you for that warning or whatever else. Let's continue. So, when y'all thought of the title, what did the title mean to y'all when y'all first saw the title? How heavy is your dreams?
You know what? I think. Okay, wait. Shirley Ann said that, sir. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think, like I said, just kind of touching back to the title. How heavy is your dream? I think, for me, just hearing that, like I said, for me, it takes me back to brothers, right, and carrying weight. I heard somebody say that pressure or stress is made for shoulders and not for hips, right? As interesting as that is.
Say that one more time, Quay. Say it one more time.
They said pressure and stress is made for shoulders, but it's not made for hips. And like I said, when I think about the title of the show and I apply that to that quote, like I said, for me, it just takes me back to the fellas. And I just think that fellas in current day need to prioritize dreaming and driving forward. Like I said, I just feel like a lot of fellas have just gotten very stagnant, right? To the point where a lot of fellas are just taking handouts. Like they're not really pushing and driving and fully utilizing their talents to the fullest extent for the benefit of their families, for the benefit of their relationships, their marriages, and so forth. So for me, like I said, I have to drive it back to the fellas. Fellas, like I said, we got to prioritize dreaming. We got to prioritize actions behind those dreams. And then two, like I said, lastly, we just got to be accountable and be responsible for those outcomes, because those outcomes will benefit, our families. Those outcomes will benefit all of the little folks that we don't know who are watching us and idolizing us right now as we speak. And yeah, well, so we just got to prioritize that. Let's say that's got to be front and center going forward.
I think from my standpoint, and this just might be my opinion. I think for me, and I'll say this, maybe I'll say this a little bit loosely because I don't want to be too long-winded with this, but I think that there's in our current climate, there's a lot of fog, and I think there's a lot of distractions. I think it's very easy to live your dreams, if you have any at all, vicariously through social media or through other people's lives, or to see other things that are going on with other people and say, hey, look, you know, if there's likes or there's instant gratification, that's enough. Versus even when I was a kid, it really wasn't that. Like you had to use your imagination, just, you know, waking up in the morning, just like living your life. So I think there's something there's something that's that is there's a connectivity between like having dreams, because, you know, you're kind of inside your own head and you don't have those external distractions. Like, I'm not, this is not, you know, putting on anybody else. I've had these moments too, where I need to be involved in something creative, because that's how I am as a person. I have to be creative. I have to be artistic. I can't make it through the day without that. But I've had moments where, you know, I've been hooked into that Instagram, and I looked at my timer and my little timer went off, and I was like, man, I don't spend 45 minutes, an hour on Instagram right now. What the, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't happen often, but I've had those moments like, man, I could have been writing pages into my script, and I'm spending time, you know, looking at actors or looking at bodybuilders or looking at different things on social media when I need to be doing my own thing. And it's so easy to get sucked into that and to get like kind of like misguided, like, you know, viewing that as what reality is when it's not. So I think that's and I say this in jest, because social media obviously and the things we have in our world can be used for positives. But I think it's very easy to, like Shirley just saying, it's very easy to get consumed by that, and just, you know, kill your imagination, therefore like killing whatever, you know, your dream is, you know what I'm saying? And then also seeing, you know, what somebody else is doing and saying, hey, look, I mean, I can't do that. So I'm just going to settle for whatever I have going on here, because this phone is enough. So I think that's a big issue. And we have to be able to, not just as a group, but as individuals, be able to see past that, see through that. That's hard. That's hard. I'm older now, and sometimes I'm like, man, if I was still 20, but then I think to myself, I'm like, man, at the same time, I'm kind of glad I'm not, because I remember how I was at 18, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad I'm not 18 in, you know, 2018 or 2020, and all I know is this social media generation. I'm glad I had upbringing before that, you know what I mean? So I can have that separation. I can say, okay, look, I know this isn't real, you know, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. So I'm good. I can put that away. But man, I couldn't imagine if I was a teenager, like COVID aside, just in terms of I could not imagine if I was a teenager and this is all, I was born in 2005 and this is all I know. That, woo boy, I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Because a lot of people, there's so many 20-year-olds that make all their money off social media. That's their job, that's their occupation, that's their life, that's the whole world. They have followers, they got to post every day. Their whole entire life is produced through that. Everybody sees every movement. I don't know how they get through that. Sorry to take that. I'm very, that's my soapbox for that.
No, hey Jay, that was good, bro. That was great. Miss Shirley said, it's the same thing with video game / electronics. They're designed to get in your psyche. Very interesting point. I want to welcome my boy Dwayne, and I want to welcome Miss Shivet to the show, Althea Williams. She's an amazing woman doing amazing things for the military. So Althea, you can say hello to everybody if you like, and you can leave your camera off if you want.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm just here. It's past my bedtime. But anyhow, I wanted to jump in and support. So I'm enjoying the conversation so far. And hi, Miss Sheila.
Yeah.
I think Jay was saying something earlier. I want to say just distractions in life, you know, where it gets you off focus. And I've been learning how to just be very intentional about my day. Right. Because sometimes it's in that downtime where you find rest, where you take, like with me, I tried not to do anything Friday through Sunday. And those are the times that I get creative ideas on
Mm.
what to do. And sometimes when you get so busy in your day and you're just doing, because our culture say that we need to grind. And actually, you need to incorporate time to just sit back, reflect, and reevaluate and find opportunities so that somehow God has a way of giving you creative ideas. But if you
Right.
you make yourself so busy that you can't find that time so that you can get downloaded some good ideas, then you're not able to. I don't think you're kind of you're hustling backwards or you're grinding backwards when you're just keeping your calendar filled like that. So I just wanted to add that. But thank you so much. I'm enjoying the conversation so far. This is my first time on StreamYard, so forgive me.
Nah, you
Oh,
did.
that's fine. And let me co-sign on something you just said, because I am a huge anti-grind person, right? I've never believed in grinding, right? Because like I said, there's nothing that you grind that turns out good. Like it literally only wears down. Yeah, we grind metal, it wears down. We grind rocks, they wear down. Like
Yes.
so, yeah, you have to be very careful with this term of grinding,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, let's say that doesn't usually yield you what you want. It's just gonna burn you out and wear you out. But I appreciate you saying that, though. I had to co-sign with you on that one.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's just from experience.
Oh yeah. No, let's say, and a lot of folks, they're learning that. Let's say we see that plastered everywhere. You got to grind, you got to grind, you got to grind. But all that grinding and not working smart or leveraging your tools properly, it doesn't get you where you need to be. But no, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly.
For sure. Thank you.
And
Thank you for saying that, because I definitely need to hear that for sure.
Well, and I only shared it because I've experienced it recently, because I was going, and then I took 2 weeks to do nothing. And I swear the most creative ideas came during that 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it was a lot of things that, ideas of how to do things smarter and not, like you said, and not harder. Finding out different tools that I can use that can allow me to use my time more effectively to do what I'm doing. But if I didn't have time to research that and look for that, then I would still be working harder. So sometimes you need to have days for professional development, which is my Fridays. I find I put time aside for professional development, and that's to learn whatever the skills that whatever I want to be an expert at. That is the time. I don't do anything else but pour into myself. And so that has been very helpful. And so those are the times that I gained the most. But like you said, we always want to fill our calendar up.
right.
We feel like we're doing something important when we have our calendar back to back. And there's nothing to brag about that you are not using your time wisely, and then you're burning yourself out. So you're in it for the long haul. You're not in it. It's a steady race. So it's a marathon. So it's not a sprint. So you want to make sure that you pace yourself.
Can you say that
because
again, Chris, if you don't mind?
it's a marathon. It's not. It's not a sprint. So you want to be in it for 20 years or 30 years or 40 years, whatever. Not for 5 years that you get burned out, probably, because businesses usually fail within the first 3 to 5 years.
Right.
So if you're not building your foundation, being smart and wise, then you end up getting burned out, not making wise business decisions. And so then now you're doing something. Now you got to let that business go. So I just wanted to add that.
Somebody asked me, King, you already gone, but somebody asked me when I was in the gym today. They were like, hey, send me something new that you've been writing and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I haven't been writing for 3 or 4 months. And somebody I always I've been talking to the gym for years, and they were like, oh, I thought you were a screenwriter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I am. They're like, well, you're not writing, so what have you been doing? I'm like, I've been producing and and assistant directing, which I love too. But that's doing things for other projects. And I'm still developing in those areas. But in terms of like creativity and writing, which is my passion, I haven't been doing that because I've been doing so many other things. And they told me, they were like, well, if you want to be a writer, you need to be writing.
Yes.
You know, like I understand you're producing and ADing, but
Wow.
so I appreciate you guys saying that because I just got hit with this an hour and a half ago. Like, oh my God.
Wow. So that means you need to put that in your schedule, even if it's 30 minutes or an hour.
Right.
You put that on your schedule. Like, even if, like for me, if I'm gonna write, like early in the morning works well with me, or late at night, like 12 midnight or something like that, that works for me. So you probably definitely want to add that to your schedule.
Yeah, good advice.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Los.
I feel like I'm just talking too
No,
much.
no, you're totally fine. This is a family show. Sure. First of all, thank you, because think about it. If you didn't join the show, that gym would have never hit Justin. He would have missed out on it. So your gym blessed him to put a fire up under his belly. So you came on the show right on time, both for a purpose, for the right reasons, because you made an impact on somebody's life. Just that simple.
Oh, thank you, King. I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
And D, I want to shout you out. I know you driving, bro. Be safe. I want to shout you out. This Dwayne, a good friend of mine from the Bay, showing up, showing support, trying to be a part of the show. If you're able to talk, respect. If not, we see that you're driving, so don't worry about it, Dwayne. I want you to be safety first, bro.
Hey, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I know King for a long time. My name's Dwayne. We shared a lot of experience together. We also have a background in the military. It's not my first time being on the show, and but it's been a minute because I have my own things to take care of. But listening to the information that you guys provide is very intriguing. And sometimes you need that reminder. Like, we don't have those conversations, and we forget about certain small tactics that we can do, certain skills that we have that we need to implement on. Like, we're saying that, hey, look, if you're a writer, you need to be writing, but you need to take the time and make time in order to enhance your craft. Otherwise, can you really call yourself a writer? You know, if that makes any sense.
No, good points, man. Good points.
Absolutely.
He ain't coming here stunting, dropping gems.
What you say?
That we appreciate you dropping gems, brother.
Yeah, I need to hear that. I need to hear that, guys.
Be
Thank
safe
you.
while you driving, dropping gems. I mean, be safe while you dropping gems. Important.
Oh, no problem. I'm on a straight path, so I'm driving pretty sturdy. But
Okay.
For the most part, I'm just want to sit and listen a little bit, gauge the conversation, see where we're going with it, and then I'll input from time to time.
Okay. Well, you ain't gonna get too much more time to input because we is gonna be closing this show real soon. I can't keep my boy Quay up all night, but I definitely want to just, I thought it was imperative that we did a show like this because we all have dreams. And my question is, are we dreaming big enough? You know, and so when I close out, I got something special for y'all. I'm gonna get some bombs dropping because I gotta have some bombs before I drop my gems. So we're gonna go to look at Charles Hayden. I see the sunlight reflecting off your bald head. Go ahead, Charles. It's on you. How you feel? Look, bald head check.
Okay. Well, since we're closing, I might as well go ahead and say this. A lot of people think that, we look at dreams and we don't nurture them. And like I said, we don't nurture them. If you look at a young kid now, the first dream they have is chasing money. Little kid can tell you about all these cars, the money, the latest dances, but ask them to read a book and count to 10, they can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Their dreams is to be financial. They don't know how to be a family. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? All these things that we supposed to teach our children, we teach them money.
Go.
Their dream is to be more financial than anybody. And then you look at it, you go online, you see people that have not one talent, but just looks, millionaires. They don't have nothing to give. They teach these kids, you don't have to be nothing but superficial to make it in this world.
Go.
You see what I'm saying? So we got to take that back and teach these kids how to be respectful in their homes. You know what I'm saying? And we got to invest in them to achieve dreams like being doctors and lawyers and teachers and stuff like this. Because guess what? Not everybody's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's a singer. You know what I'm saying? We don't. let's be real. Let's teach these kids to dream, because guess what? Teachers are more. I think teachers are very underrated. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know what I'm saying? They don't get paid what they worth. But guess what? Look how many teachers are now. There's not that many teachers coming. You think about it, now they're going to be online school, and you're going to have one person teaching millions of kids and stuff. And they're going to learn the same thing and no dreams, no drive to be something. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta get back. We gotta take our children back and teach them a dream. That's what we need to do.
I hear parenting with intentions.
Oh, Jesus, hallelujah.
You know, and what I want to add to that is you're right. Not everybody can be an athlete. You're not, be a baller or a rapper, whatever the case may be. But we also have to teach our kids something that the system is not teaching. There's other positive avenues too to become an entrepreneur. Like, for example, my daughter is she'll be 14 years old and she has her own business. She creates a picture frame of anime work that she done on her own. All they did was get her supplies, and she utilized that. She sells them online and she makes a profit every month. My daughter, I got to file taxes for my daughter because that's what it is. But she learned the mindset, laying the foundation for your kids. Hey, look, this is what you got to do. This is what you have for your own business. You got to find your taxes. Generating that stuff at an early age sets them up for success. And that's what we're not doing as a community. Sometimes they get so caught up, like you said, on the Instagram and being an athlete and this, and when they don't realize there's other avenues that you can take to being successful, being an entrepreneur, but doing it the right way, how to save your money, how to have established a bank account, save what percentage, what interest rate, compound interest, stuff that we don't discuss with our kids or they don't discuss in the system, right? There's stuff that we need to do at home as parents, especially as Black parents.
Go! Honk your horn! Honk your horn!
Yes.
Boy, drop some gems. Quay, how you feeling over there, boy? You over there looking like you're ready for church, like you just left revival with the white and the red and black. Talk to him, young people. Come on, light skin don't care.
Man, you know how we do, man. You got to get all the guests first, man. You got to work over the Jay. You got to go and get the guests, man. I'm last, man.
I thought Jay went first. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
Did Jay already go?
On what? What's I feel like I talked so much during this. I feel so terrible.
We just closing out, man. This was I'll say this briefly because I know we're over time. I keep seeing the chat like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. I'll say this. This is definitely this is the kind of space that I need to be in. I've spent so much time.
Wait. Say that again, sir. What you just say?
This is the space that I definitely need to be in.
Wait. The people in the back of the church didn't hear that.
No, seriously, like I've spent so much time, and I'll just say this real quick. I spent so much time as a teenager and as an adult being more isolated. Of course, I had friends and stuff like that, but I remember somebody a while ago said, "Hey, look, you need to make sure that you're connecting with people, that you have your tribe, that you're networking with people, that you're talking, that you're sharing ideas and all these different things. It's how you grow. It's how you learn." And I was always kind of like, yeah, sure. That'll happen. But I've definitely seen and felt like I am like my growth. It's just in these slow snail pace. In a lot of different areas because I don't do these kind of things like this, and this is very important. So I just appreciate the time, you guys. Everybody bringing jewels and bringing gems and knowledge and wisdom and stuff, and it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Wait. You said it's an absolute what? One more time.
It was a pleasure.
That's called letting people market for you, baby. They doing the marketing for you. He had a good time. He said he needed.
And next time I will put on a shirt. I feel like I'm severely underdressed for this.
Boy, you over there built like 800. Anybody thinking about you? Built like 800. Okay. Althea, how you feel? Talk to us, Queen. Talk to us.
I wish I was in here earlier.
Oh, what you say?
I wish. Look. I'll bill you later. But I wish I was here. I wish I was here earlier. I just enjoy seeing, my brothers on here, just, talking about life and just being productive. Like, I have a room that I'm going to do in my group, in sis, who has your six? And it relates to what you guys are doing. It's like, iron sharpens iron. And so, you need your tribe, you need each other, because, when Jay is down,
Wow.
King might be up. King can encourage Jay,
Wow.
vice versa. And two, I in this room that next week is talking about how do we show up for each other, and do you show when I show up for you, King, when you're in my space and when me and you interact, do you feel inspired to move towards your purpose, like really push for it, or every time you talk to me is drama, negativity, whatever? So I really wanted to have that conversation for people to be conscious of how we show up for each other, because if we all collectively are more intentional how we show up for each other, we will be we'll be pouring into each other. And so we're constantly
Wait.
like
I see it. You said we'll be doing what? That's very important.
Flowing. We'll be pouring into each other. And so when we're pouring into each other, that means I'm not drained every time you call me. I'm not, what I'm saying? It's like a flow. And so I'm pouring into Jay pouring into me,
Wow.
King pouring into me, I'm pouring. So that means every time we're in each other's presence, we're always being filled. And that's what your tribe should be. It shouldn't be that every time I'm in boy, this is small because I'm on my phone, but C Prince, when I'm in C Prince, I'm like drained, no,
we all treat C Prince like that.
No, I mean, I'm just throwing that example. But I know Prince is, I heard good things about you, Prince. You all right with me, okay? I don't care what they say about you. You all right with me. But I'm just saying that we need to, we just need to be intentional on how we show up for each other, and be intentional so that and be accountable for ourselves and who we are and how we show up. So that's just all I wanted to add, because that's just on my mind, because that's what I want to do in my room next week with my women veterans community.
Well, Dwayne, any closing statements, big dog?
No, I just want to say, keep doing what you guys do. Keep spreading the words and encouraging each other. Continue to have these conversations, because, like I said, it's been a minute since I got back, or I came to a discussion with you guys, and I now realize, like, man, you know what? I need to get back on this, because having that type of conversation enlightens me, allows me to reevaluate what am I doing as far as to progress as a Black man in this world, what am I doing as far as to progress towards my family, knowing that they have to deal with this world as young Black kids, especially in this world today, and just, understanding the knowledge that we can share with each other. So I really appreciate, you inviting me, King. I really enjoy being around a group of people who have the same mindset, who are like-minded.
Hold on, wait. The phone was breaking up, so I need you to repeat that again. That again. Your phone was breaking.
Which part?
All of it.
All of it.
Man, D, we heard you, D. Don't let my man be playing with you like that. We heard you, man.
Let's say I'm gonna give you that condensed version.
Yeah, we heard you, man. Low so we messing with folks, man. We heard you, man. We appreciate it, brother.
Final words, Charles. Final words.
Yeah, let me hold on. You good, D?
Okay, I'm good.
Were you good? Okay. C Prince, final words.
I did them already.
Oh well, give him a buzzer. Quay.
No, man, I just say this, man. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight. Everybody who's down in the comments as well. I said we had some very powerful people on the show tonight, on the panel tonight. And two, I said another thing I want people to see or appreciate. We had a spread of ages on the show tonight. Getting perspectives from different ages. A lot of experience on the panel tonight. We've heard some 20+ year experience levels on the panel tonight, and just kind of talking about, some of the things they had to go through to get to where they are today. So, like I said, once again, I always have to direct my messaging to the fellas. Just seeing what we saw on the panel tonight, and then even, the sister Ms. Williams coming on and just supporting.
Wow.
Right. This is what it looks like, right? Like this is the order, this is the men and the women working together you know, for the collective good. Like I said, this is what it looks like. This is where it starts.
Bomb drop.
So yeah, like I said, just take note of what you saw on the panel tonight. And like I said, just apply it in your, you know, your everyday life. Like I said, this is how we get there, working together, you know, for the common good. And like I said, I'll leave it at that. Go ahead, Los.
Before I go in, Quay, can I get some bomb drops for the video you about to play?
I can't get that video up, man. It's on my phone. I can't get it up.
First of all, I want to shout out Mama Price, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Miss Price, we see you. We love you. We want to pour into you, Queen. I don't know how you dealt with Kwesi. That just shows how amazing you are. That just shows that Jesus had to be all over you to touch. Jesus had to holy water on you to deal with Kwesi. So we thank you for your patience. We thank you for your grace. Because if it wasn't for you, boy, Lord have mercy, we don't know what would be going on with Kwesi. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Love you, Mama Price. So I wanted to play this video, right? I want to play this video. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm gonna play it anyway. And so there's a reason why I want to play this video. Oh, hold on, technical difficulties. Where's Nicole at? We needed Nicole. Nicole would have been able to load it up for us and play it, but you know. Okay, here we go. Let me get y'all some volume. Bing. All right.
874. The refining is unable to connect, so it's telling me remote address.
Oh, you know what I have to do? Can y'all hear that, Quay?
Yeah, we can hear it, man.
Yeah, we can.
Day and night, in the midnight hour, you're hurting your eyes by watching the school, trying to get the education, trying to learn knowledge that you might not even use. But that's okay, because I'm required. Can I get a witness if you say I'm required? To watch it, I'm gonna reload the page, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see, I'm on lesson 105, and it's playing, and it's playing, and it's playing, and it's playing.
So what God telling you to do your work?
And it's playing. No, he's still telling me to take a break. You see how he paused it?
No, you paused it.
I didn't pause it.
You paused it. You better do your schoolwork.
I didn't pause it.
I need you to stop putting stuff on God. Gotta pause it. Get over there and do your work. Ramon.
I don't want to do the work.
Can y'all see?
That doesn't work.
You know, I don't want to do the work.
This part right here. This is important.
God is doing the work in me. How am I supposed to be doing the work when he's working in me? I need the rest so he has a stable foundation.
Did you hear what he just said? How is God supposed to work on me if I'm moving? Sometimes I gotta be still so God can work on me. We're gonna get into it though. Hold on.
Upgrade, don't how when I'm moving, how to upgrade, don't how when I'm moving, how am I supposed to be doing the work when he's working in me? I need the rest so he has a stable foundation to upgrade, don't how when I'm moving, how am I going to get upgrades? When a car is getting upgraded, it's in a garage and it's standing still. When a superhero is being upgraded, it's in a garage and it's standing still. The oil that ran over. The oil.
You just wasted 2 minutes with.
Oh my God, the oil that's dripping off of me. The oil that's dripping off of me is unexplainable. It's contagious. Guess what, Mama? You got the oil.
Hit me like I'm gonna knock you out, and God gonna have to. I'm gonna have to help you.
He puts her power.
All right. So I wanted to play that video for a reason, right? Because in the middle of the show, I think it was Miss Althea and I think it was Jay, because we work out all the time. And the young man said, how is God supposed to work on me if I'm moving all the time? We talked about rest and the importance of rest. Sometimes you got to be still. In order, I can work out every single day, but if I don't allow no rest period, the muscles ain't gonna grow. Sometimes you got to sit still because we moving all the time and then we wonder why we can't hear God talking to us. Hold on, man. Can I get some bombs quick? I'm about to go in. We're going to end the show.
That part.
The oil. Hey, look, even though he was playing, even though he might have been joking, y'all better be listening to the gems that young man was talking about, because we get caught up in social media. We get caught up on the job. We get caught up on what's going on in life. We get caught up with being Black in America. We get caught up with drama, stress, anger, and everything else. How are we ever supposed to hear God if we caught up? How are we ever supposed to get everything that we were supposed to get? How are we supposed to get to the dream if sometimes we ain't resting and planning it out and organizing it, saying this is what I'm going to do today, and these steps are going to get me to where I got to go? Day 1, week 2, month 3, year 4. So you got to have a plan. You got to have some order. You got to have some structure. Sometimes you just need to sit still so that way he can think about it. You can think about what's going on and how you're going to get there. You can start moving all the distractions, all the haters, and everybody who has something to say, all the stress and anger. You can find the forgiveness when you're sitting still. Sometimes you got to sit still in order to be able to move. See, there's progress in stillness sometimes, because in the stillness, you can think about where you got to go instead of just being lost. I'm going to say that one more time. Sometimes there's progress in being still. Because while you being still, you able to shake off everything that you need to shake. Because if you running, hey Justin, you a trainer, right? And if I'm pushing a whole bunch of dead weight all the time, I ain't going nowhere. But what you told me, Justin, is sometimes, King, you got to build your way up. I only need you working with 10 pounds. I only need you working to 25 pounds. I need you to go to 45. Then we go to 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. See, it was levels to it. And Justin, if you would have let me work out with too much weight before I was supposed to touch that weight, I could have hurt myself. I don't know if y'all caught that example.
Preach. Facts.
Sometimes you can try to carry so much weight and you carrying so much stress, and you wonder why you hurting yourself internally. You wonder why you physically ain't right. You wonder why you spiritually ain't right. You wonder why you mentally ain't right. It's because of all the dead weight you carrying. You put too much weight on. You tried to get the blessing before it was time for the blessing. I'm like, Justin, I could do 5 plates. He said, no. You need to be still. You need to be okay with where you at, because it's preparation. King, is preparation for the bigger goal. See, the goal ain't to have it today. The goal is to be prepped for when you get there. Mm-hmm. How many times have you got your dream and you didn't know what to do because your cup was overflowing? You had all these shipments coming in, but you can't provide the service. The people, you got books in demand, but you ain't made the copies of the books. You got songs, you got movies you got to write. Justin, you got movies you got to write, but yet you ain't been writing. Mm-hmm. Because Hollywood is always, well, what you got next? And now you in your room stressing, trying to get out a feature film, but now it ain't prepared because you didn't spend time. You got to spend the time to be prepared to get to where you're going for the dream to be real. How are you managing your time for your dream to come true?
I'm too busy helping people prep for theirs.
Say what you just said again. Say what you just said again, Justin. Please. You know? What you say?
I'm too busy prepping everybody else's dreams.
Okay, so we're going to look around this house. Everything that you see is somebody else's dream, and I paid for all of this. Why am I paying for somebody else's dream, but I ain't putting that same energy in my dream? Mm-hmm. And we wonder why they got their dream. We wonder why they financially successful. We wonder why they able to go on yachts and trips and they ain't got to look at a receipt or nothing else in their life because I'm taking care of their dream.
Right.
But I don't want to take care of the dream that God gave me. We talked about the seed that was put inside you. I think Dwayne talked about nurturing it. He talked about not just nurturing it. Quasi said once you get it nurtured and you got the harvest and you see these blue beautiful flowers. What you say, Quay? The flowers just ain't for me. It's for my lineage. How many are preparing to pass something on for their lineage? Or are you just gonna pass on debt? Or are you just gonna pass on bills? Or are you just gonna pass on generational curses? What are you leaving?
I want to be an actor, but I'm casting actors.
What are you preparing for? Are you doing what you say you want to do? Or are you just saying it? Or are you just watching somebody else do what you want? I named everything about Kobe. And she said, it's amazing you know about Kobe, but you don't know about you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why are we watching everybody else's social media, but we ain't watching our own? We sitting here watching everybody else's life pass by, but we ain't paying attention to what we supposed to be doing in our life. And I'm going to end it with this. I'm going to end it with this now. Hold up. I'm going to end it with this. Before I audition for Ballers, since you talked about auditions, right, Justin? I'm going to go there with you. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Can I get like 3 bombs, Quay? Give me 3 bombs. Let me stress. I got beat up by the police, right? And I never thought that I was supposed to be where I was supposed to be, but I went anyway. I went out on faith. When I got here, I started working security. When I worked security, I was at Fox Studios. When I was at Fox Studios, I called Charles and said, hey, Charles, I'm embarrassed to be in the room with Denzel as a security guard. I'm embarrassed to be around Jack Black, Morris Chestnut, and everything else. And when I got off the phone with Charles, Charles said, boy, you stupid. Had to talk to God. God said, boy, you stupid. Do you not know that you're not in the room? You in the room. How are you complaining about not being in the room? I put you in the room and you still complaining. What is wrong with you? If you carry yourself like a security guard, you're going to get looked at like a security guard. But if you carry yourself like I called you to be, you're going to be who I called you to be, no matter what outfit you got on. I don't know if y'all really understood that, but even if you didn't, rewind the tape, play it back, watch it again, get a couple of likes and follow. How about that? Bring a friend. Now I'm going to move forward, right? So I went to school and I did an audition. I said, hey, Justin, I got an audition for Ballers. I went in there and they wanted me to rap. I don't rap, but I can freestyle. You know what I mean? So I kick a couple of bars. I ain't finna do that and embarrass myself right now. And then I did the audition. So as NYFA students, we are in class 6 to 7 days out the week. Am I lying, Jay?
No.
So I wasn't getting no auditions. All of a sudden, maybe 4 months later, I get a call from my manager and my agent. And they said, hey, King. I said, hi. They said, we want to talk to you at 3 o'clock. They finna let me go. All right, fuck. Excuse my language. I said, man, I got to go get another agent. I got to get another manager. I got to figure this out so I can keep getting auditions because it's cool. They don't want me. I'm king. They ain't got to want me. I'm going to make it anyway. Forget them. They finna let me go. They said, King. I said, hello. They said, did you hear the news? I said, you fired me? They said, you booked Ballers. I said, you fired me? They said, are you listening? I said, you fired me. They said, no, you booked Ballers. Ah, let's go. Ah! Now, I binged watched Ballers before I got on Ballers. Watch how good God is, right? Take my hat off. I got to get comfortable. The same place that I was complaining about doing security was the same place I booked Ballers at. I don't know if y'all really caught what I just said. The same place where I was embarrassed to be a security guard was the same place that he allowed me to book Ballers at. And guess what? Let's go a little deeper, quick. Guess who escorted me to my trailer? The same people I was doing security with, baby. The same people I was doing security with. The same people I was talking about one day I might have a trailer walked me to my trailer. And I called my mom. I said, Mom, I got a trailer. My name is on the trailer. This trailer for me. The same place I was doing security got a trailer for me.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to show you how deep this thing really, really get.
Hey, guys, I got to, sorry not to cut you off, King. I got to jet, guys. But it was a pleasure, and I absolutely look forward to the next one. I will be there.
Got you. Don't even worry about that. Go ahead and do your thing. So, right, we get to the trailer, right? After the trailer, guess what happened? That's the same place I binge watched. I binge watched Ballers. So the same people I was watching the whole time, right? After that, they had a season 4, episode 10 was about Colin Kaepernick. And it was about stand up for your rights. So when they found out who I was and they found out I got beat up by the police, guess what, y'all? I had books in the car, and I told them I had books in the car. They said, go get your books. The same people that I was watching and celebrating was the same people I wind up giving my autograph to. The same people that I was watching like I want to be like them was asking me, can I have your autograph? What? Are you dreaming big enough, baby? How heavy is your dream? No matter if I got beat up by the police, no matter if I was wrongfully facing 10 years in jail for the color of my skin and I didn't do nothing wrong, no matter if I put my life on the line for this country, no matter how many people told me not to come to California, no matter how many people said I wouldn't make it as an actor, no matter how many people had something to say. Now look at you now. I'm an award-winning director. I'm an award-winning actor. I got my own films. I'm doing commercials with LeBron James and Sia, and everything can be real. How heavy is your dream? And are you work for it to come true? That's our show. This is King Jacob Martin. I got my co-host, Mr. Quay Price. We got the family in the building, C Prince. That was Justin who just left. That's my guy. We got Mr. Dwayne. That's my guy. He just wrote a script that I will be reading, will be checking out. We got Miss Shevet. She has an amazing room on Clubhouse. Y'all make sure y'all support her, Miss Althea Williams. And I got one more thing that's special for y'all. So we're going to be doing a book signing tomorrow. Hopefully and prayerfully that everybody's able to make the book signing, right? This young lady wrote a book. And she's amazing. She's talented. And I just want to celebrate her because sometimes you got to get on the show and you got to give other people roses. You got to give other people roses, right? And so Miss Camry, I want to give her roses. And I want to talk about the book that she wrote. And she wrote this book entitled Moments to Myself. Now, ain't that funny that we was talking about rest and the power of rest? And then the book is called Moments to Myself by Miss Camry. So we're going to be doing the book signing, virtual book signing. We want y'all to join. It's going to run for about an hour. We just want y'all to come through, show love, support this young lady right here. Make sure you go on her Instagram. I don't know if y'all can see that enough, if y'all see that good enough or whatever else. I'll bring it up on the computer real quick or whatever. But just check out Kamrice, Camry Cole on Instagram. That's Kamrice. Is there any way we can post that, Quay? Is there any way we can post that for the people so they can go check out the book, check her out her Instagram, check out her post talking about her book? We want to make sure that we give her love. She was in class right now, so it was a little tough for her to come on the show, but this is what the book looked like.
Give me that name again.
On Instagram, it's KAMRICOLE.
Okay.
We're going to put that on there. Her name is Camry Cole, Kamri. Cole is her last name, COLE.
Hey, King, I don't mean to interrupt you, big dog, but I got to roll out, man.
No
enjoyed
problem.
the conversation, guys.
All right, love you, bro. Make sure y'all support this young lady. We'll be here tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to be having fun. We're going to be having a book signing, 6 o'clock tomorrow. Pacific Standard Time. There she go right there. Oh, come on up. Let me bring her up real quick, Quay, before we end the show. Let me bring her up so she can talk about her book. Give her a little bit of a little bit of time so she can talk about it. And we'll go ahead and close the show out.
Okay, she got the link already, man.
Yeah. Hey, Camry, just click on the link that I gave you, and then you'll be able to come up. If not, Quay, can you repost it just in case? I sent you the link. Boom, boom. No, you cool. Come on the show. I sent you the link. Come on and join us real quick. You fine. So we're going to thank y'all for y'all patience and thank y'all for y'all grace. We're going to bring this young lady up, this queen up, to talk about herself, to talk about her book. And we want to give roses. We want to follow. We want to like. And then we want to come on the show. And when we do the virtual book show, we want to make sure that our audience supports this young lady with what she's doing and how she's doing. So thank you guys. We know we extended the show, but sometimes when you have special things going on and you want to give people roses that they deserve, this is her first book. She's a first-time author, and we want to celebrate this queen. There's enough going on in the world where we could take time out to look at garbage on Instagram that gets 1 billion likes and they ain't talking about nothing but negativity, that we can just, give a little bit of patience and celebrate this young queen. So I just sent it to you, Camry. If you clicked on the link, you can join the show. Let me give her a call real quick, Quay. Give me 1 second. Handle the show. Go to the commercial, show the book, and talk about
Hold on, man. I think she coming in. Hold on.
Go to commercial.
Okay. There we go. Now we got her on the show. Miss Camry, how are you?
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Good. We can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Welcome.
I'm great, actually.
Okay. Well, we want to some love about your book that you wrote, you know what I mean? And the book signing that we're going to be having on the show, that we're going to be doing a virtual, book signing for your show. So we want our crowd and our audience to come support you, to show you love. And also, we want your family on the show. They'll appear on the StreamYard just like this. And we all want to just show you love and pour into you, sis. We're proud. It's amazing that at a time like this and how Black women are talked about, they're degraded and everything else, and they're disrespected, that you're able to rise up and show everyone that we are amazing. We are amazing, and we're not what you tried to paint us to be. And you wrote a book in spite of all of that, in spite of all the hate you see, in spite of all the negativity on social media, that you took the time and you accomplished your book. Mom, don't be running my show.
Listen, I appreciate Carlos's words. I didn't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I just wanted to stop by on the show and see you guys talk. My book release is next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday on my birthday, August 20th at 6 p.m. PST. It'll be on a Friday. I know you guys do your shows on Thursdays, but they were so nice enough to have me on Friday. But yes, I did write my book, Moments to Myself, Living in the Now. And essentially what it's about is really just being present. And when you're living in the moment and when you are present, you're able to be your highest self. You're able to be the best version of you. And I kind of walk my readers through just the steps and how I learned to become that. And I'm still on my journey, but just learning all of these tools has enhanced my life so much. And I think it starts with you just knowing who you truly are and being able to embrace that fully without any fear and without any doubt. And then just following your own path and following the signs that God gives you along your way. And everything is unique to you. And on that path, it's like learning how to get rid of your ego and not let your ego get in the way and be the roadblock that prevents you from being the best version of you. And I talk about my past. It is very vulnerable and very revealing, but in it, I'm hoping that it just allows other people to be conscious about how they allow their past to affect their present. And then I just talk about purpose, which I think everybody is striving to live out their purpose and to live out what they know they were called for. So I talk about all these principles and all these tools, and I go deep into it. So that's what we'll be getting into more on Friday. But if you want to pre-order your copy, you can at my website, which is CamryCole.com. And I'll be signing all books that are ordered through my site.
Hey, Quay, can we post that link, CamryCole.com, so people can find that once they watch the show or whatever else, to make sure we get her pre-sales as high as we can. We want to make sure that book sells the way it needs to sell. Look at that. We got you right there. Check that out. Look at that.
Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my book is $14.95. So you can purchase it for yourself. You can purchase it for a friend. I wrote this book when I was 22, I believe. After I graduated from university, I moved to LA and life just hit me. And God just dropped so many tools for me to help me on my journey. And I'm just being the vessel to share it with everyone else. So that's
you said you wrote that when you was 22?
Mm-hmm.
Charles, that's a long time for you, brother. 22. Do the math. It's okay. We love you. We're really proud of you, Camry, for writing the book, for taking the time to fulfill that purpose in that dream. Here's my question. Why? Why did you want to write a book? What inspired you to do exactly what you did, for all the young ladies out there? And we'll go into on the day we do the book signing, but just for this show, just give them a little taste, a little Costco sample of why and what inspired you.
Okay. And it won't be too long because I know this is the very end of you guys' show. But initially, just to be completely transparent, I didn't want to write this book. I absolutely was like, no, I don't have anything to say. Mm-hmm. I'm figuring myself out. Like, I don't know. And honestly, it was me, like God had me live out my book. And so as I lived out each chapter of my book, literally each month, from January to July, then it hit me like, oh my gosh, this is what I have to talk about it. This is what I have to say. And I have to talk about these things because it's the very thing that is just preventing us from being all that we can be. And I think that we all in some way want to live out our purpose so that we can be the best version of ourselves or live to our fullest potential.
Right.
I know a lot of people in LA as artists, it's like that is our main goal, and we want to inspire people. And I even challenge like the idea of what your purpose is. Like, is your purpose like my mentor, but I'm sure your friend Laval, he talks about how your gifts are not your purpose, and I completely stand by that. And so I think it's just a very important conversation to have. Everything I talk about is very introspective and self-reflective, and it's so important for people of all ages. I mean, really younger adults, but even people who are older. It's like it's going to challenge you. I promise you, it's going to challenge you. So it's a very necessary conversation that I think we all need to have, and the time is now.
Okay. Kwesi, do me one more favor. Can you post where we can buy the book up on the chat one more time? And also, I want to make a connection for you. Is that okay? Can I bless you with a connection, Miss Cameron? So sitting next to you, who you might not have met yet, but we're going to introduce you now, is Miss Althea Williams. And Miss Althea Williams is over Shevet. And she has a program that I would love her to talk about, because once you hear what she's doing, that's amazing. I think there will be some synergy with your book and what she has going on. And maybe you guys can figure out something. And not only that, you said that you'll be in Detroit. And so I would love for you and, the opportunity to get to meet the First Lady, who's not on the show today, but she is the First Lady of the show because Mr. Quay Price is above you. And he's the GOAT and he's in Detroit. So that's another person that I would like for you to connect with their family. They're just doing amazing things, even if it's just friendship or whatever else. But I definitely would like for you to connect with my Miss Althea Williams, because she has a lot of women that you will be able to pour into that need your message.
Definitely. Hello.
Hi.
Good to meet you. I actually post your flyer on my page. So good to see you live, but congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
And also happy birthday. So I just want, but we'll talk offline out,
Future birthday, future. It's on the 20th.
Say that again.
I said that her birthday is on the next Friday, not this Friday coming up.
But just in case I don't talk to her before then, wishing you a good one. So, okay, I'll let the show continue.
No problem. Also, Miss Cameron, I would love for you to meet the co-host, Mr. Quay Price. That's my guy, my right-hand man with the Stevie Harvey edge up. They call him Mr. Butterscotch. I don't care.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Cameron. Nice to meet you.
The First Lady not on right now, but the First Lady is amazing. So I would love for you to connect with them. They're also in Detroit. I know you have family in Detroit. So preferably on the back channel, we can get you guys to exchange phone numbers. And that's what this show is all about. It's about connecting. It's about educating. It's about love. It's about, this is going to be our first book signing. We never knew we would have, we never even talked about a book signing, bro, on the show. And look where God took us on this show, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, well, it all ties in. Like I said, we're always talking about changing our trajectory. So, if we have an opportunity to, move our people forward, we take it. So, yeah, definitely.
So I want to thank you, Miss Cameron, for blessing the show and making history on the show, because we've never done a virtual book signing. So we want to thank you. And you know what's so crazy? Miss Althea didn't even know she was going to be on the show today. She just happened to tap in, thought she tapped in too late. And not only that, she blessed Jay on the way out before he left. And now she gets to be a blessing to you. So that's why I told you, Miss Althea, you are right on time for the right time. Even though Cameron thought she was late, she was right on time, because this whole little segment was just about her. Just about her. So everything happens for a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. And most importantly, I want to thank Mr. Quay Price for your time. I thank you for your patience. Mama Price would have got on you if you would have ended the show before she got on here anyway. You know what I'm saying? But leave it up to C Prince. He'll mess up the show. Love you, C Prince. We love you. Thank you, Miss Cameron, for coming up here and celebrating your book. We can't wait. We're going to have to have some fun on the 20th.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And we're going to keep promoting it. We're going to keep putting it on the Instagram. We're going to make sure that it goes viral. We're just going to keep posting it. We're just going to keep recycling. So we want you to sell as many books as you can.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Quay, take us home, bro.
So let's say once again, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight on Look in the Mirror, the Conversation. We do this show every Thursday night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let's say shout out to all our panel guests tonight. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Let's say we got a lot of comments, so shout out to everybody who joined us in the comments as well. And man, with that being said, everybody.
Oh wait, don't do it. Wait. We ain't pay no bills. We ain't pay no bills today. We got to pay some bills. Can we pay some bills? We got to keep up.
I don't know if we got any bills we got to pay tonight, man.
Okay. Well, we want to definitely give a special thank you to our special guest, Miss Camry Cole. Y'all make sure y'all go on her Instagram, support her. Make sure y'all get them likes up. Make sure y'all leave comments so that way it can go viral. That way it can make it to the Explorer page. Y'all have to leave in the comment section. It has to be like 5 words. Don't leave no emoji. It has to be actual words. You know what I'm saying? Just congratulations. We're so proud of you. We wanted to go to the net. We wanted to get all the, we want the algorithms to be right. So that way she can get more, you know what I'm saying, prospects to buy the book. So, Miss Camry Cole, we love you. We appreciate you. Mr. Cray Price, thank you again for being amazing. And that's our show. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and bring a friend. Gang, gang, gang. LA winning the championship, baby.